Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Am I audible, Pongalili?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Message me, don't speak because you may not be audible to me. Message. அதே எனக்கு கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது. Okay. Yes, Mr. Murali. So good evening, all of you. Yes. Okay. So good evening once again. Let us start our session today. Can we start, my dear? Are you all ready? Guys, you are all ready? Can we start? Okay. Fine. See, today's session is all about theoretical distribution. Okay. Today we are going to start with theoretical distribution. Yes, Namra, good evening. Okay. What is theoretical distribution? I told you yesterday, we'll be starting with random variable. See, to learn theoretical distribution, we have to start with probability distribution. Okay. We have to start with probability distribution. Let us understand the meaning of probability distribution. For example, tossing two coins. Let me take this experiment. Okay. For example, tossing two coins. So, what is probability distribution? I'll tell you. Tossing two coins means I'm going to talk about getting heads. I'm going to talk about getting heads. For example, if I'm talking about getting heads, either I can get 0 heads, or I can get 1 head, or I can get 2 heads. If I toss two coins means these are the chances. What are they, my dear? For example, x. I'm going to take it as random variable x. What are the chances getting heads? 0 head. Numerically, I'm going to convert 0 head, 1 head, 2 heads. These are the possibilities. Am I right? Now, what is the probability of getting no head? The meaning of no head is all are tail. All are tail means tail. So is it 1 by 4? Am I right? This is what? 2 by 4. And again, this is 1 by 4. So this distribution only we call it as probability distribution. This distribution only we call it as probability distribution. Look at this, my dear. It's very important part I'm covering now. Please listen this very carefully. See, because of this session and because of this introduction, minimum 5 marks you can score. Minimum 5 marks. Okay, this is most important. For that, you need to patiently watch the video, entire lectures you have to attend, so that minimum 5 marks guaranteed. Okay, so some exam point of view conceptual clarity I will give. Okay, some exam point of view clarity I'll give. Okay, there is student called Mohan Roman. Yes, hi. Okay, so this is what we call it as probability distribution. What is it called? Probability distribution. Okay, now look at this. This is our x. Now, this x can be an integer. Can be an integer. Integer means what? Any number like 0, 1, 2, 3 or -5, -4, non-decimal numbers. Okay, non-decimal numbers. So it can be an integer. Okay, can be an integer. Or it can be a non-integer. There are two possibilities that x can be an integer or non-integer. There are two possibilities. When x is integer, okay, when x is integer, and we are going to call that distribution as discrete distribution. Are you getting my point, my dear? That is what we call it as name of the distribution. Discrete distribution you might have heard, right? The discrete distribution, but we don't know what is discrete distribution. Very simple. The random variable x, if it is non-decimal, it is discrete. If it is decimal or it is non-integer, then we can call it as continuous distribution. Is that correct, my dear? Continuous distribution. Is that clear, all of you? Point number one. So now what type of distribution this is? Now this one, what we are talking about, now this table we made, na, what type of distribution? Can you tell me, my dear, what type of distribution it is? What is name of the distribution? Discrete or continuous? Say loudly. Discrete. Why it is discrete? Sir, x is non-integer, sir. Sorry, x is integer, sir. X is an integer, sir. Therefore, what is it? Discrete. What is it, my dear? Discrete. Now, one more thing I'll tell you. When you add p of x, when you add p of x, what you are getting? 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4. What is it, my dear? 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4. If I add everything, what we are going to get? 1. We are going to get it as 1 and always will be getting. Okay. Since this is discrete, when it is discrete, summation p of x is equal to 1, then we call it as, this function we call it as probability mass function. What do we call probability mass function? When it is continuous, then we call it as probability density function. For continuous, what you're going to call probability density function. Please understand these terminologies, most important terminologies, and because of this only you will be able to crack all the theoretical questions. Okay, you will be able to crack the all theoretical questions. So please understand the terminology. Do you all understand this, my dear? P of x, summation p of x is equal to 1. When this x is discrete, we call it as probability mass function. When it is continuous, we call it as probability density function. Remember this. And I hope you understand what is P of x is. Oh, sorry, what is this distribution called? What type of distribution it is? Probability distribution. Now look at this. When I'm throwing a die, x is 0, sorry, 0 not possible. When you throw a die, what and all possible? Either you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possibilities. Am I right, my dear? Now, this is discrete or what? It is discrete. Okay. P of x. What is P of x? What is the probability of getting 1? 1 by 6. Very good. What is probability of getting 2? 1 by 6 or 2 by 6? 1 by 6 only. Don't say 2 by 6. What is the probability of getting 3? 1 by 6. 4, 1 by 6. 5, 1 by 6. 6, 1 by 6. Am I right, my dear? Now, what is the difference between the previous example, this example? In the previous example, P of x is what? Different, different P of x we are getting. But here, all the P of x is same because every output has got equal chance. Every output is having what? Equal chance. This type of distribution, we call it as uniform distribution. Is that clear, my dear? This type of distribution, we call it as uniform distribution. See, this is also probability distribution. This is also probability distribution, but we also call it as what? Uniform distribution because P of x is same. My dear, please understand the terminologies. I'm giving my level best to, very simple language I'm using. I hope you all understand this. Now add everything, my dear. 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Everything you add, what you're going to get again? You'll be getting 1 only. So what is PMF? 1. What is PMF, my dear? 1. This is PMF. Should I call it as PMF or PDF? PMF. Why PMF? Discrete. So it is PMF. Are you getting my point, my dear? So this is what probability distribution is all about. In random variable, what type of questions will be asked? I'll tell you. See, what type of questions are expected? I'll tell you. Such type of table will be given to you. Okay. They'll be giving you some table. Okay. This type of probability distribution table will be given. After giving, this time also they gave. Okay. After giving this probability distribution table, they'll be asking you to find out expected value. What they'll ask you to find out? Expected value. That is E of x. What is it called? E of x. What is E of x means? In general, the known language. The known language. Mean. This everyone knows. Mean everyone knows. Am I right, my dear? Mean everyone knows. But in probability language, what you are going to call, my dear? E of x. What you are going to call? E of x. The question can be asked, find the expected value of x. Okay, find expected value of x. That means what they ask you to find out? Mean. Okay. The meaning of expected value and mean are one and the same. And also, variance they can ask, standard deviation they can ask. These are the questions can be asked. Okay, these are the questions can be asked after giving the table. Like in what dispersion, there also table is given, and from there they ask standard deviation, variation, variance, and all. The same way here also they will be asking. So similar type, but we are going to approach in different way. For example, what is expected value of x? Formula is summation x into p of x. What is expected value of x square is equal to summation x square into p of x. So therefore, what is variance is equal to expected value of x square minus expected value of x the whole square. Is that correct, my dear? This is what our variance of x. So standard deviation, if they ask you to find out, simply you find the variance. After that, you find the variance of x. Okay, for example, for example, x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some probability distribution is given, some probability distribution. And p of x, k, 2k, 3k, 2k, 2k. This is what given. Okay, they ask you to find out expected value of x and variance. My dear, this time also they asked this question, but very simple pattern. What they asked you in the September attempt, table was given, find the value of k. See, very simple. Find the value of k. But I'm not only finding the value of k, further we are finding what? P of x, sorry, E of x and variance also we are going to find out. So please listen this very carefully. See guys, this is pure exam oriented topic, exam oriented lecture. This is only for exam purpose. Okay, if you want no sir, I want to learn the exact theoretical distribution. Again, I'm telling you, it is available on YouTube. Full lecture is available on YouTube. You can watch that lecture. Now, if any North Indian students are attending, because some North Indian students called us, sir, you please take the lectures in Hindi, which is not possible, my dear. English only I will be able to take. It's not that I cannot take it in Hindi, but this is our South students also should get benefits. So not in English means everyone can get benefit. Okay. Now listen here. How to find out k first? Since it's a discrete or not, my dear? It's a discrete. What is the condition for discrete, sir? If I add everything, what I'm going to get? 1. So k plus 2k plus 3k plus 2k plus 2k. How much? 10k. Can I say 10k is equal to 1? Can I say 10k is equal to 1? So what is k is equal to, my dear? 1 by 10. What is k is equal to? 1 by 10. Therefore, this table will become what, my dear? This table will become what? Say, my dear, what is this table will become? Tell me. 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 2 by 10, 2 by 10. Am I right? First, what they ask you to find out? Expected value of x. What is expected value of x's formula? X into summation x into p of x. Simply, you will take the calculator. 1 into 1 by 10 m plus, 2 into 2 by 10 m plus, 3 into 3. Wait, don't use calculator. This is very simple. See, 1 into 1, only numerator to be added. 1 into 1, 1. 2 twos are 4. 3 threes are 9. 9 plus 4, 13 plus 1, 14. 14 plus 8, 22. 22 plus 10 is 32. Is it 32 by 10, which is 3.2, my dear? Mohan Roman is giving table and the question was not given in September attempt. No, it was there. Okay. It was there. Check it once again. Expected value of x into p of x is equal to 3.2. This is what our mean. This is expected value. Then variance is equal to what? For variance, we need to find out e of x square. X square into 1 square into 1 by 10. 1 by 10 plus 2 square. 4 twos are 8. Am I right, my dear? 4. Okay, 2 square 4. 4 twos are 8. 1 plus 8, 9. Plus 27. 36 plus 32. 68 plus 50. 118. 118 divided by 10. Am I right, my dear? Square x square into p of x. 118 by 10, which is equal to what? 11.8. So therefore, what is variance is equal to? 11.8 minus 3.2 the whole square. 11.8 and 3.2 the whole square. Can you tell me what is the answer, my dear? If they ask you to find out a standard deviation, find its square root. See, it is very simple. Don't waste your time. This is very important type A also. Okay, topic also. Please understand this. This type of question can be expected from random variable. There is one more type also can be asked. If y is equal to 5 minus 2x, variance of x is equal to 2, find variance of y. Okay, variance of x is equal to 2, find variance of y. Simply what you do, variance of y is equal to, it is not affected by shift of origin, ignore this. Just simply square it. What is 2 square? Ignore the sign. 4 into variance of x. But variance of x is given as what? 2. 4 2s are 8. I would like to give you one sum. Can you do it? Because this is very important type. If x plus 2y is equal to 7, variance of x is equal to 2, find variance of y. Can you please find out? X plus 2y is equal to 7. Variance of x is equal to 2, find variance of y. Now look at this. First, let me rewrite it as 2y is equal to minus x plus 7. Am I right, my dear? Y is equal to minus 1 by 2x plus 7 by 2. Variance of y will be, we have to square it. When I square it, what I'm going to get? 1 by 4 into variance of x. But it is not affected by shift of origin. How many of you got answer as 1 by 2? Answer is 1 by 2. Is that right, my dear? Answer is 1 by 2. That's it. Okay, fine. So answer is 1 by 2. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. So in this type random variable, these are the type of questions are highly expected. Okay, these are the type of questions are highly expected. Now listen here. Now look at this. Now we are talking about distribution. Which type of distribution we are talking about? See, there are two types of distribution we have got in this syllabus. One is frequency distribution. That frequency distribution we are using in mean, median, mode, standard deviation, all frequency distribution. In theoretical distribution, we are going to do probability distribution. Look at this. So simply this theoretical distribution, understand it as what? Probability distribution only. Okay. Ayyo. Fine. What are the expected questions in theoretical distribution? See, in theoretical distribution, we are going to have two types of distribution. We are going to discuss about how many types of distributions, my dear? Two types. One is discrete and other one is continuous. I already explained you what is meant by discrete and what is meant by continuous. Am I right, my dear? Okay. So one is discrete, other one is what? Continuous. These are the two types of distribution. See, in first MCQ, the basic MCQ is theoretical distribution exists in, options will be given, exist in theory, practical or in real life, both, none of the above. If these are the options, what you need to do is, if both of them are available, then go for both of them. It is exist in theory as well as what? Real life actually. But most of the time it contradicts. Okay. In case both of them is not there, only what? Theory and real life. Go for theory. Go for theory. Okay. Go for theory. Don't put practical. It is actually theoretical distribution exists in theory. If I'm talking about only in theory means, see, theoretical distribution, when it is applicable, one coin toss, two coin toss means theoretical application not needed. But when 100 coins are tossed, 200 coins are tossed, it exists only in theory, na? It exists only in theory. Practically, we are not going to do it. That is what the reason. So it exists in, see, sometimes it exists in real life also, because a Poisson distribution and all based on real life only. So exist in real life. That's what I say. It is exist in theory as well as real life. But when both of them are given, go for both of them. That's it. Okay, fine. Discrete and continuous. What is it? Discrete and continuous. These are the two types. Now, in these two types, in our syllabus, now let me stick with only with our syllabus. Okay. Guys, are you able to follow? Somebody is giving some, like, different emoji. May I know why? Shocking emoji. May I know why? I don't know who is giving. Can we? Check that who is giving that shocking emoji. If anything is there, you please type the message, my dear. Now, discrete. What is discrete? We have two. One is binomial. The other one is Poisson. In continuous, actually, we have four, but we are going to discuss only about one, which is normal. What are the remaining three? Chi-square distribution, students T distribution, F distribution. What is it, my dear? Chi-square distribution, students T distribution, F distribution. These are the remaining three. But as far as our syllabus is concerned, we will go ahead with what? Only normal distribution. Is that clear, my dear? Fine. Now, first, we'll be talking about binomial distribution. How the lecture is going to be, I'll tell you. First half an hour or 40 minutes, I'll be talking about the theory questions. Theory, because, and remember, there is whatever I'm going to discuss, all are compulsory. Compulsory question you can understand. See, that is, you cannot ignore anything. In case, last minute, if you want to refer a theoretical distribution, last minute, sir, I don't want 5 out of 5 or 7. This chapter weightage is around 6 to 7 marks. Sir, I don't think I will be able to solve numericals, but at least minimum 4 I want to ensure from theoretical distribution. Then do one thing, save this video. Okay, save this video one day before examination, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes from now what I'm starting, whatever I started, and till I complete the theory part. Okay, before I start with MCQs, till the time maybe around 40 minutes or 45 minutes. Spend 45 minutes, minimum 4 to 5 marks compulsory you will score. You will be able to score. Is that correct? So for that, I want you to now listen this very carefully. So this will be available on YouTube until exam. After exam also it is going to be available. So until exam it is there. So you can watch this 45 minute session now. Now look at this. First I'm going to start with binomial distribution. Purposely I'm writing like this. Okay, binomial. Why I'm writing like this, I'll tell you. See, actually binomial distribution, the meaning of binomial is, we know monomial. Monomial means single. Binomial is 2. Bi stands for 2. Trinomial is 3. Polynomial means what? More than 3, we can say polynomial. Okay. Actually, even 1 also polynomial, 1 or more. But trinomial, up to trinomial, even 4, 5 also, we have some names. But generally, we can call polynomial. Okay, here it is binomial distribution. What we are talking about? Binomial distribution. In binomial distribution, what is bi stands for 2? See, we are going to deal only with the two outcomes. We are going to deal only with the two outcomes. One is what? Other one is failure. Okay, in binomial distribution, we are going to discuss with only two outcomes. One is success and failure. This is first important MCQ. Second important MCQ is trials are finite and independent. Okay, trials are finite and independent. Next, it is discrete distribution. Is that correct, my dear? It is discrete distribution. Since it is discrete distribution, what we are going to deal with, my dear? Since it is discrete distribution, we are going to deal with PMF. What is PMF stands for? Probability mass function. Okay, since it is discrete distribution, we are dealing with PMF, probability mass function. What is probability mass function? How to write? I'll tell you. Look at this. P of x is equal to x, ncx, p power x, q power n minus x. Sir, here what is P and Q? What is N? Look at this, my dear. I'll talk about all this. So total 4 we are using. One is what? N, P, Q, X. X is random variable. N is number of trial. P is nothing but success. Q is nothing but, don't say failure, it is 1 minus P. Instead of writing 1 minus P, I'm going to write it as Q. Okay. So what is X is? Random variable. X is what? Random variable. If you want to approach numerical question, okay, if you want to approach numerical, is my video lagging? Is my video lagging, my dear? Can you please tell me, is my video lagging? Guys, is my video lagging? Namra saying my video is lagging. Okay. Yeah. P of x is equal to ncx p power x q power n minus x. Okay. What is x stands for? Random variable. What is x stands for? Random variable. Is that clear all of you? X is nothing but random variable. Am I loud and clear? Yes. Next, this is what our PMF. This is what our PMF. Now, here, Q is not a different. Okay. Q is actually 1 minus P. X is variable. X is variable. N and P are not variables. Okay. N and P are called what? N comma P are called parameters. N comma P are called what? Parameters. N comma P are called what? Parameters. Therefore, binomial distribution is actually biparametric. This is another MCQ. This is another MCQ. Biparametric. What is it, my dear? Biparametric. Sometimes they'll be giving like this: B of N comma P. You need to understand, okay, we are dealing with binomial distribution. Don't get confused, okay? So b of n comma p is equal to something like given 10 comma 7. Then what you will, sorry, 7 by 2, 7 by 9, something like that is given. So what you will understand from this: n equal to 10, p is equal to 7 by 9, q is equal to 2 by 9. This is understood. Is that clear, all of you? Fine. B of n comma p. So n comma p are what? Parameters. N comma p are parameters. Therefore, it is biparametric. Therefore, it is biparametric. Is that clear? All of you say yes or no? Okay. Now, this is PMF. You all understand? Next part is very important. Look at this. Look at this, my dear. Mean and variance. Okay, mean and variance. So mean of a binomial distribution is nothing but NP. Variance of a binomial distribution is nothing but what? NPQ. But remember one important MCQ here. Repeatedly they are asking this MCQ. Okay, repeatedly they are asking this MCQ. See, in binomial distribution, mean is always greater than variance. If this question comes in the exam, thank me later. Okay, how the questions can be asked, in which distribution mean is always more than variance. In binomial distribution, what is the relationship between mean and variance? These are the type of questions will be asked. Is that correct, my dear? So mean is NP, variance is what? NPQ. So how to find out standard deviation and all, don't ask, because you know what is standard deviation. How to find out standard deviation? Root of NPQ. Am I right, my dear? If you want to write that also, you can write standard deviation is equal to root of NPQ. Is that correct? So this is one. Okay. Next one. Now listen here. See, um, there are three conditions you need to remember. Binomial distribution can be symmetric, positively skewed, and after that what? Negatively skewed. Okay. So what is mean by symmetric? Let us understand the meaning of symmetric. Okay, about symmetric we are going to have full lecture, that is normal distribution. So what is meant by symmetric? I'll tell you. Oh, this is what symmetric. When binomial distribution is symmetric, P is equal to Q is equal to 0.5. Okay. So next is, what is positively skewed, my dear? Positively skewed means, I hope you understand. Positively skewed means the skewness towards right side. This is what positively skewed. What is negatively skewed? The skewness towards left side. Oh, sorry. Again, right side I made it. This is what negatively skewed. So binomial distribution can be positively skewed, negatively skewed, or symmetric. When it is symmetric, P is equal to Q is equal to 0.5. Am I right, my dear? P is equal to Q is equal to 0.5. Remember this. Next, another important MCQ, they can ask mode. Mode of a binomial distribution. Mode of a binomial distribution is n plus 1 into P. Mode of a binomial distribution is n plus 1 into P. This n plus 1 into P can be what you know? This n plus 1 into P can be an integer or it can be an non-integer. You understand integer and non-integer. The meaning is whole number you will get. 5, 6, 7 like that also you can get, or 5.6, 7.7 like that also you can get. So if you get 5, 6, 7 and all, it is called integer. 5.6, 7.6 and all, we call it as what? Non-integer. So when it is integer, okay, when it is integer, then it is by it is bimodal, and the modes are n plus 1 into p and n plus 1 into p minus 1. Okay. Now, when it is non-integer, it is unimodal. Only one mode you will get. Only one mode you will get. And what is that mode, my dear? It is highest integral value of. Sir, what is my highest integral value, sir? For example, if you are getting n plus 1 into p as 7.6, don't take its approximate value. Only integral value. What is it? 7. For example, you are getting 8.99. What is mode? 8. If you are getting 7.01, what is mode? 7. Okay, this is what highest integral value. For example, if you are getting, that is n and p will be given to you. If you are getting n mode is equal to 3. If you are getting mode is equal to 3, okay, then it is bimodal. And what are the modes? 2 and 3. What are the modes? 2 and 3. But if you are getting 7.6, mode is unimodal. What is it? My dear, this is very, very important question. Simple and important question. Simple and important question. So, when you are preparing binomial distribution, at least this part you need to remember. What and all? Sir, bi stands for 2. Therefore, we are dealing with two outcomes. One is success, other one is failure. Success, I am going to denote it as P. Failure is nothing but Q is equal to 1 minus P. Failure Q is equal to what? 1 minus P. Then after that what? It is always what dealing with what we can say, the trials are finite. Trials are finite and independent. The trial has to be independent. Next what, my dear? It is biparametric and it is a discrete distribution. Therefore, it is probability mass function. What is probability mass function is ncx p power x q power n minus x. And mean np, variance npq. Mean is always more than variance. It can be positively skewed, it can be negatively skewed, it can be symmetric. When it is symmetric, p is equal to q is equal to 0.5. Then mode is n plus 1 into p. N plus 1 into p can be an integer. If it is an integer, we will be getting bimodal. If it is a non-integer, we will be getting what? Unimodal. Is that clear, my dear? Am I loud and clear? Say yes or no. So at least this part you remember. At least this part for binomial distribution. Sir, I am planning to leave this theoretical distribution, sir. If you have got this mindset, please don't leave. At least this much you need to remember. Is that clear, all of you? Is that right? Today I am not getting any answer from any of the online students. I don't know whether you are attending or not. Is that right? Are you there online, my dear? Only offline students are just giving me the answer. Online, are you there or not? Yes. Okay. Now this is what our mode is. Only Pungalili has given the answer. Okay. Now, YouTube, none of you are giving me answer, my dear. I want some answer from you. Say yes. Then only I'll be continuing. Say yes, YouTube students. You too. Okay. Say yes, my dear. If you are listening to me, please say yes. Okay. That's all with our binomial distribution. What is next, my dear? Nandini said yes. Okay. Thank you, Nandini. What is mean by, what is next, my dear? Poisson distribution. Please understand this. Poisson distribution. What is it? Poisson distribution. Okay. Fine. Okay. Husna, Zainab. Okay. Poisson distribution. See, in Poisson distribution, again, it is what? Uniparametric. Am I right, my dear? Sorry, not uniparametric is fine. When Poisson distribution is, again, discrete. When Poisson distribution, when the trials are infinite. Okay, trials are infinite, and probability of success very, very close to zero. Infinite means n tends to infinity, but np is finite. But NP is finite. Sir, what is meant by P tends to 0, sir? I think you know it. In my lectures, you might have attended, but still, let me tell you. When the probability of success is very, 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 very small, then we should go for Poisson distribution, because when the probability of success is very small, when you apply binomial distribution, you will get the answer also 0. You will not get the exact answer, 0 only you are going to get. So Poisson has come up with one solution. When number of tiles infinite, when probability of success is very, very small, then go for Poisson distribution. Poisson introduced this method. Okay. So this is what, when the binomial distribution can be Poisson distribution, when trials are infinite, n tends to infinity, p tends to 0, but np is what? Finite. Np is what? Finite. And now this is discrete again. This is discrete again. So Seba, Sindhu, everyone is attending YouTube only. Okay, this is discrete again. Okay, this is discrete again. Am I right, my dear? This is again discrete distribution. So again, here also we are going to discuss about probability mass function. And one more thing, sir, when probability tends to 0, sir, when probability of success will be very, 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 very small, sir. For example, you are appearing CA foundation exam. We are appearing PFCA foundation exam. What is probability of success? If I ask you generally, you'll say, sir, 100%, sir. Okay. There is no 100%, of course. Okay. But actually, probability in general, 50-50, 50%. Am I right, my dear? It is 50%. That is what probability. It's a big number. Probability of success is big number. Sometimes what happens, now our Govindan road, people are crossing the road. Every day 1,000 to 2,000 people are crossing. How many accidents may happen? Hardly one. Sometimes out of 10,000, one accident can happen. Am I right, madam? Out of 10,000, one accident can happen. So it is very, 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 very small number. It is very, 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 very small number. In that case, we have to use Poisson distribution. Not only that, for example, any medicines are coming in the market. Okay, it has to be tested. Okay, the side effect, definitely it should be small, na? Every medicine will have side effect, but if it is major side effect, it will not come to the market. If it is minor side effect, then only it will come to the market. So in that case and all, how to calculate the distribution? This Poisson distribution only we should use. Okay, what we have to use, my dear? Poisson distribution only. Now in this case, what and all to be remembered? Poisson distribution trials are infinite. P tends to 0, n tends to infinity, and np is finite, and it is a discrete distribution, and it is what? Probability mass function. It is what? Probability mass function, and the probability mass function is P of x is equal to x is equal to e power minus m power x divided by x factorial. 99% cases e value will be given to you. 99% cases e value will be given to you. Some, no, actually it is not, the exams and all, they cannot ignore e value, but still, for safer side, let us remember e value. E is equal to what? 2.71828. 2.71828. Okay, now this m we call it as parameter. So x is random variable, e is a constant number. Therefore, can we say it is uniparametric? Can we say it is uniparametric? Am I right, my dear? And this Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. Poisson distribution is always what? Positively skewed. Is it clear, my dear? Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. My dear, e value always will be given to you. In case, rare case scenario, definitely that should not happen, but rare case scenario, if e value is not given, then value, remember the value. Can you tell me what is e power minus 1? How to find e power minus 1? 2.71828. Look at this. 2.71828 divided by equal to 0.36. 3 digits means 0.368 or something. Same way, e power minus 2 means what will come? Into equal to 0.135. Am I right, my dear? So same way, e power minus 3, e power minus 4 and all, if at all. See, actually, it should be given to you. But if it is not given, then how to do? That is what we need to remember. Next, about mean and variance. In Poisson distribution, about mean and variance. In Poisson distribution, about mean and variance. Remember this, my dear. Mean is always equal to variance, which is equal to m. My dear, remember this. Mean is always equal to Variance. Mean is equal to variance. What is mean is equal to variance? In which distribution mean is more than variance? Binomial distribution. In which distribution? In which distribution mean is equal to variance? Poisson. This is another important MCQ. Okay. Now, this Poisson distribution, I would like to give another name. Thank you, Nandini, for reminding me. She wrote rare case scenario. Of course, there is one more name for Poisson distribution is probability of rare events. Okay. Probability of rare events. Okay. Probability of rare events. Poisson distribution is what? Probability of rare events. Thank you, Nandini, for reminding me that word rare. Rare. Okay. Now, mean is equal to variance is equal to what? M. Mean is equal to variance is equal to M. That is what our relation. Next one is mode. Okay. Did I write uniparametric? Yeah, uniparametric I wrote. Okay. What is row mode? Same, my dear. M only. Because mean and variance are same. Okay. But, sorry, mode is not the same. What is mode is equal to? M is equal to? Same way. N plus 1 into P. Or NP. Mode is equal to M only. Okay. Now here also you will be getting two cases. What are the two cases? Integer, non-integer. If it is non-integer, decimal value, what should be taken? Highest. And if it is integer, what is it, my dear? M and M minus 1. So therefore, here it is bimodal. And it is what? Unimodal. Same as binomial distribution. This M is nothing but NP. Is it clear, all of you? Fine, unimodal or bimodal. So when it comes to Poisson distribution, these are the things to be remembered, my dear. These are the things to be remembered. What and all to be remembered? Poisson distribution, when the trials are infinite, n tends to infinity, p tends to 0. And NP is finite. And it is uniparametric. It is discrete distribution. Since it is a discrete distribution, we use Poisson probability mass function. What is probability mass function is P of x is equal to x is equal to e power minus m into m power x divided by x factorial. Mean is equal to variance is equal to m. Mode is equal to m. That is nothing but NP. Is it correct, my dear? So please remember this. It is always positively skewed. It is always positively skewed. And the parameter is m. Uniparametric means only one parameter. Do you all understand? Yes. So next part. See, in the exam, what happens, from Poisson distribution, mostly questions they are asking, theory, practical questions they are asking. Okay, practical questions they are asking, but they are very simple and sweet. Okay, but now what you are going to do is the most important part of this one. I'm just going to introduce the theoretical part. If you remember the theory, just mug up the things. You will get 2 marks, minimum 2 marks for sure. Okay, that is, what is it, my dear? Normal distribution. So listen this normal distribution very carefully. Okay. This is what normal distribution is. This is what normal distribution. See, normal distribution is what, my dear? It is a bell-shaped curve. Normal distribution is what? Bell-shaped curve. And it is symmetric. Okay, it is what? Symmetric. This is what symmetric. What is meant by symmetric, my dear? Mean is equal to median is equal to mode. This is what symmetric. Okay, this is what symmetric. Next one is the tail will never touch the axis. Okay, minus infinity to plus infinity. Am I right, my dear? Minus infinity to plus infinity. Look at this. It is actually what, intersecting mu. Okay, but remember, under standard normal condition, the very important word, under standard normal condition, this mu is equal to 0. Okay, this mu is equal to 0. So when you're talking about the normal distribution, we talk about the area. Okay, so here, very important, my dear, area under the curve minus infinity to plus infinity. Area under the curve minus infinity to plus infinity is always equal to what? 1. Area under the curve minus infinity to plus infinity is always equal to what? 1. Now, area under the curve minus infinity to 0 and area under the curve 0 to infinity is equal to what? 0.5. So, what about this area, my dear? What about this area? Any one area. Okay, this is exactly half. Now this area is what? 0.5. But the total area is what? 1. The total area is 1. First you remember this. Okay, and normal distribution is what, my dear? It is always a discrete distribution. Sorry, what I'm doing, it is continuous distribution. What is it? Continuous distribution. It is continuous distribution. Am I right, my dear? X is random variable. For Poisson and binomial, we use X as random variable. But for a discrete distribution or continuous distribution, we use Z as the normal variate. What is it, my dear? Normal variate. So what is Z defined as? X minus mu divided by sigma. What is X is defined as? X minus mu divided by sigma. Please remember these things. X minus mu divided by sigma. X minus mu divided by sigma. What is mu? Mean. What is sigma? Standard deviation. What is mu? Mean. And what is sigma? Standard deviation. Is it clear, all of you? Now, listen here. Under standard normal condition, very important note you write. Okay, under standard normal condition, mu is equal to 0, sigma is equal to 1. Mu is equal to 0 and sigma is equal to 1. Okay, this is very important part you remember. Now listen here. See, look at this. Sorry. This is mu minus sigma, mu plus sigma, the portion. Okay. Same way, we can have what? Mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. Finally, what? Mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma. This way we can divide the split, that is divide the data. Okay. Now listen here, my dear. Area under the curve mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. The question can be asked, my dear. Area under the curve mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma is equal to, do you all remember what is it? 60? 68.28 percentage. Now, area under the curve mu minus 1.96 sigma to mu plus 1.96 sigma. Do you remember this? 95% exactly. My dear, this question was asked 3 attempts back. This question was asked. Area under the curve, mu minus 1.6 sigma to 1 plus 1.96, mu plus 1.96 sigma. Next, area under the curve, mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma. What is it, my dear? Then finally, the most important question, because so far 4 to 5 times this question asked, area under the curve mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma is equal to what, my dear? 99.73%. Otherwise, otherwise, how they will give options? Otherwise, how they will give options? All the area except all region except 0.27%. This way also the options can be given. So get ready for that. My dear, are you attending? Please, online students, YouTube students, I know this is pure monotonous lecture because theory I'm introducing. My dear, this is mark oriented. It is not about, increasing the viewership of the YouTube. These are the very important mark oriented topic. And most of the students are what, struggling in this topic. They don't know what to prepare. Just simply they ignore. Please don't do that. This is such a wonderful and very simple topic. Okay, very simple topic. Yes, are you there, my dear? You tell me, are you there or not? Yes, yes. Okay. So do not ignore under any case. At least you please watch this and write the note sincerely, and you will not regret and you will thank me later for sure. Okay, after the examination, definitely you will call and tell me, sir, whatever you said about theoretical distribution exactly happened the same, sir. That is what you are going to tell me. Is it clear, my dear? If you want to score, if you want to score good marks, at least see, remember, if you want to leave this topic now, remember one thing: 39 marks, 199 marks. You will understand the importance of that 1 mark. Your total is 199, mathematics 39, and you left theoretical distribution. Now you understand the importance of the 1 mark. And I'm telling you again and again, this is what going to come. This is what going to come. There is nothing extra from this topic. Sir, I in the classroom I solved this thing, sir. I solved. Nothing needed if you are a non-mathematics student. I'm telling you once again, if you're a non-mathematics student or if you're struggling in mathematics, so ignore those things. Only prepare this much, minimum five. Okay, minimum five. I'm telling you this. Next, this is what mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma. This part you need to remember. Next part, what you have to understand is they may ask you to find out point of inflection. What is point of inflection is mu minus sigma, mu plus sigma. Question will be asked like this: mu is equal to 60, sigma is equal to 20. Find the point of inflection. 60 minus 20 and 60 plus 20, which is 40 comma 80, which is 40 comma 80. That is what point of inflection. Am I right, my dear? That is what point of inflection. Is that correct? See, if these questions and all coming and you are going to score, okay, like anything, this is what point of inflection. Now, look at this. Under standard normal condition, my face is blurred. Wait. I think I'm all not. No. Okay. Under standard normal condition, what is point of inflection? Can anyone tell me? What? Sir, mu is 0, sigma is 1, na? So what will come? Minus 1 comma plus 1. What is it? Minus 1 comma plus 1. Remember this. Next one. See, it's a continuous distribution. Since it is a continuous distribution, what we are going to deal with? We are going to deal with probability density function. What you are going to deal with, my dear? Probability density function. What is probability density function? F of x or P of x is equal to x, whatever. 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half x minus mu divided by sigma the whole square, where x is between plus infinity to minus infinity. Student who remember this, it's a jackpot. Okay, it's a jackpot. 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half into x minus mu divided by sigma the whole square. Or same thing, I can write it as 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half z square. Sir, how, sir? Because z equal to what? X minus mu by sigma. So I'm replacing it. So z is also between minus infinity to plus infinity. Is it clear? Say yes or no. Now, under standard normal condition, under standard normal condition, what is under standard normal condition? Mu is equal to 0, sigma is equal to 1. Simply what will come, my dear? 1 by root 2 pi e power minus half into x square. Is that clear, all of you? Say yes or no? And here also x is between minus infinity to plus infinity. Remember this. Next step. Important points to remember. Again telling you theoretical distribution, only this much you prepare, not more than this or not less than this. 5 marks compulsory. Okay? 5 marks compulsory. Not more than this, not less than this. Sir, I want to score 7 out of 7. Then you have to prepare set C problems, normal distribution, numericals and all you have to prepare. But remember, here if you prepare this, it depends. For example, if normal question paper is coming out, then obviously what you know, using this you will get 7 out of 7. Only this much if you prepare and go again, 7 out of 7 you will be getting. Okay. Now, important points to remember. Important points to remember. See, first, relationship between mean deviation, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation. What is it? QD is to MD is to SD is equal to 10 is to 12 is to 15. I hope you remember the relation between QD and SD may be asking. For example, what is relation between QD and SD? So tell me, QD by SD is equal to 10 by 15, which is 2 by 3. Can I say QD is equal to 2/3 of SD, my dear? Or 3QD is equal to twice SD, my dear? So this way questions can be asked. Is that right? So instead of remembering each and every point, since just simply remember this particular part and any relation they are asking, put it there. Okay. Next, second one. You understand, my dear? Yeah. Now, this is first point you need to remember. Next, now listen here. See, what is QD is equal to 0.675 sigma. Under normal condition, QD is equal to 0.675. Is that right? Sir, why sir? Sigma is equal to what? 1. Next, what is MD is equal to? What is MD is equal to? MD is equal to zero point 0.8 sigma under standard normal condition, which is 0.8. Next, Q1 is equal to, what is Q1, my dear? Mu minus 0.675 sigma, and Q3 is equal to mu plus 0.675 sigma. Just remember this, my dear. This is more than enough. See, if it is under standard normal condition, what is Q1 is equal to? Only minus 0.675. And what is Q3 is equal to? Am I right, my dear? Yes. Now look at this. Once again, this is biparametric. What is it? Biparametrics. And the parameters are mu and sigma square. Mu and sigma square. Okay. So this way they'll be going in normal distribution. Sorry. Mu comma sigma square. Is that clear, all of you? So that's all with the entire theory and entire chapter of what? Poisson distribution. Is that clear, all of you? Entire chapter of Poisson. Sorry, the theoretical distribution. Now, as far as normal distribution is concerned, can we revise what is normal distribution is? Sorry, theoretical distribution is. Theoretical distribution we divide into two parts. One is discrete, other one is continuous. Discrete classified into two parts. One is binomial, other one is Poisson. No, continuous. We actually can split it into four parts, but we are going to stick with what? Only one. What is it? Normal distribution. First, binomial distribution. What is binomial distribution is? Dealing with two outcomes. One is success, other one is failure. Success we denote it as P. Failure we denote it as Q. Okay. Next, bi stands for two. That is what two outcomes we are discussing. The trials are finite. The trials are finite and trials are independent. Trials are finite and trials are independent. It is discrete distribution. Therefore, probability mass function. What is probability mass function is equal to NCX P power X Q power N minus X. Therefore, it's biparametric. What are the parameters? N comma P. Mean is equal to NP. Variance is equal to NPQ. Standard deviation is equal to root of NPQ. In binomial distribution, mean is always more than variance. Binomial distribution can be symmetric, positively skewed or negatively skewed. If it is symmetric, P is equal to Q is equal to 0.5. Am I right? Mode is equal to N plus 1 into P. It can be an integer or it cannot be it is a non-integer. If it is an integer, then it is bimodal. Non-integer means unimodal. Highest integral value to be taken. So this is what our binomial distribution is all about. When it comes to Poisson distribution, it's a probability of rare event. When to apply Poisson distribution? When number of trials is infinite. Probability of success always approaches to zero, but NP is finite. Since it is discrete, therefore we are discussing about probability then mass function. What is probability mass function? E power minus m power x divided by x factorial. For safety reason, remember the e value. What is e value? 2.71828, and m is parameter. Therefore, Poisson distribution is what? Uniparametric, and it is always positively skewed. It is always positively skewed, and mode is equal to m. Again, it can be unimodal or it can be bimodal. When it is integer, bimodal. When it is non-integer, unimodal. Next, we started with normal distribution. Normal distribution is continuous distribution. Normal distribution is continuous distribution. Am I right, my dear? It's a bell-shaped curve. It is symmetric. Mean is equal to median is equal to mode. The tail will never touch the axis. The area under the curve minus infinity to plus infinity is always what? 1. And it divides, that is like, it intersect at mu, and it divides the area into two equal parts. Area between minus infinity to mu or 0, area between 0 or mu to infinity is equal to 0.5, and in this case we are going to use z, normal variate. What is normal variate? Is x minus mu divided by sigma. That is what normal variate we are going to use. Under standard normal condition, mu is equal to 0, sigma is equal to 1. In this case, what is point of inflection is mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. Now, under standard normal variate, the point of inflection is minus 1 comma plus 1. Area under the curve mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma is equal to 65.48. And what is area between 28? Okay, area under the curve mu minus 1.96 sigma to plus 1.96 sigma, mu plus 1.96 sigma, which is 95%. Next, mu minus 2 sigma to mu plus 2 sigma, 95.45. Then mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma, 99.73%. Am I right, my dear? Next, since it is probability density function, what is probability density function is f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu divided by sigma the whole square, where x is between minus infinity to plus infinity. That x minus mu divided by sigma can be written as z. So therefore 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half into z square. Am I right, my dear? Now, under standard normal condition, 1 by root 2 pi e power minus half x square. So, x is between minus infinity to plus infinity. Am I right, my dear? It is biparametric. The parameters are mu and sigma square. Okay, the relationship between quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation is what, my dear? QD is to MD is to SD is equal to 10 is to 12 is to 15. And after that, QD is equal to 0.675 sigma, MD is equal to 0.8 sigma. Under standard normal condition, QD is equal to 0.675, MD is equal to 0.8, Q1 is equal to mu minus 0.675 sigma, Q3 is equal to mu plus 0.675 sigma. Am I loud and clear, my dear? That's it. Is it clear? Fine. This much you need to remember. If you can remember this now, you no need to worry about theoretical distribution. Is it clear, all of you? Say yes or no? Online students, is that clear? Can we start with MCQs? Are you ready to start MCQs? Guys, say yes or no. Now, it is like, we are going to talk to each other. Okay. Yes. Somebody from YouTube, can you please give some answer, my dear? I'll be very happy if you can start giving me the answer. Okay. Now, listen here. Question number 1. A theoretical probability distribution does not exist, exists only in theory, exists in real life, both B and C. I may go for B and C. Is that right, my dear? Yes. Thank you, Usna. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you, Mohan, Zeba, everyone. Okay, please keep on saying the answer. Zoom students are no use. Only Pungudeli is giving me the answer. None of the people other than Pungudeli, no one is talking to me only. Now, I don't know whether you are attending or not. See, Zoom now, what happens, if you're not attending, then sir will call and ask, now that is the reason you people are switch on your, you just started your video, you just joined on Zoom, and I think you're doing something else, it seems. Look at this. Theoretical distribution is a probability distribution. Excellent. Probability distribution may be what? Discrete or continuous. Am I right, my dear? Discrete or continuous. Right. An important discrete probability distribution. Among this, what is it, my dear? Poisson. My dear, normal is continuous distribution. The question is what? Discrete. Discrete is only two. One is binomial, other one is Poisson. Binomial is not given, but Poisson is given. Next, an important continuous probability distribution is what? Normal distribution. A trial is an attempt to make something possible, make something impossible, or produce an outcome which is neither certain nor impossible. That is the most appropriate answer. Probability function is known as frequency function, continuous function, discrete function, none of these. It's a frequency function only, na? Next. Shall we start with binomial distribution? Are you all ready, my dear? Yes. The important characteristic of Bernoulli trial. See, other name of binomial distribution is Bernoulli trial. Don't get confused. What is the important characteristic, my dear? Each trial is associated with just two possible outcomes. Yes, sir. Sir, can we mark directly? Don't. Because there is one more option. Both is there. So let us wait. What is option B? Trials are independent. Of course. Trials are infinite. No. Trials are finite. But A and B both possible. Am I right, my dear? What is your answer? D. The probability mass function of a binomial distribution is given by ncx, p power x, q power n minus x. Is it option B, my dear? Yes. Guys, you are able to follow? Next, a binomial distribution is what? Never symmetrical. No, it can be symmetric. But when it is symmetric, what is the condition? P is equal to Q is equal to 0.5. So can it be option D, my dear? Yes. Now, if x is binomial variable with parameters n and p, then x can assume any value between what? My dear, in binomial distribution, x can be 0, but x cannot be negative. X cannot be decimal. So therefore, any value between 0 and n, no. Any value between 0 and n means I can take 1.1 also. If I take 1.1, it is continuous. Since it is discrete, what is the exact answer? Any whole number between 0 and n and both inclusive. Okay, next. The mean of a binomial distribution. Sir, mean of a binomial distribution is NP. The variance of a binomial distribution. What is variance of a binomial distribution is NPQ. Sir, you are writing NQ into 1 minus Q is P, na? So it is reverse, ulta. Next. An example of biparametric discrete probability distribution. There is only one biparametric discrete probability distribution. Biparametric continuous probability distribution is normal. Biparametric discrete probability distribution is what? Binomial. For binomial distribution, mean and mode. In binomial distribution, mean and mode. Never? Very good. Equal when p is equal to 0.5. Emma, when p is equal to 0.5, is it symmetric? What is symmetric? Mean is equal to median is equal to mode. So, mean and mode are equal when p is equal to 0.5. That condition is given. Na? Next. The mean of binomial distribution is what? Always more than its variance. Do you all agree, my dear? Now, for a binomial distribution, there may be two modes. A or B is the right answer. A and B is wrong. Either it is unimodal or it is bimodal. The maximum, okay, this one we missed. Okay, the maximum value of the variance. Maximum value of the variance. The maximum value of the variance is n by 4. And the least n by 8. That you remember. The method usually applied fitting a binomial distribution is method of moments. Please remember this now. These are out of the box questions. Okay, method of moments. Okay. The method usually applied, same question only. Now, for binomial distribution, what is the condition, my dear? Sir, none of the above, sir. Variance is less than mean, because mean more than variance or variance less than variance, both are one and the same. What about the result of one day international match? Result of one day international match is 50-50. So obviously, probability of success is more here. So it is binomial distribution. What is the probability of getting 3 heads if 6 unbiased coins are tossed simultaneously? For this, I give one shortcut. You all ready to remember the shortcut? When P is equal to, that is when the probability of success and failure is 1 by 2. Then use this shortcut. Tossing coin, true or false question. Use this shortcut, direct answer. Don't apply any formula. Simply you do. How many heads you want? How many coins? Simply you write 6C3 divided by 2 power 6. That's it. What is 6C3 is equal to 20. 2 power 6 is equal to 64. Tell me what is 20 divided by 64? Point. That's it. For example, now you will simply give me the answer. If 10 unbiased coins are tossed, find the probability of getting 7 heads. Probability of getting 7 heads. Sir, simply you will say 10C7 2 power by 2 power 10. That's it. 10C7 divided by 2 power 10. Very simple. Next. What are the parameters of binomial distribution, my dear? Yes. If a variate x has mean more than variance, then what is it? Binomial. Okay. Examine the validity. Mean and standard deviation offers. See, this type of question do not ignore. Huh? Do not ignore. Mean and standard deviation of binomial distribution. This is my mean. Am I right? This is standard deviation. So, what is mean equal to? 10. Standard deviation 4. Therefore, what is variance? What is variance? 16. Now, here what you are getting, my dear, is variance is more than mean. But in binomial distribution, mean is always more than variance. Therefore, it is not valid. See, this is very important type of question. Okay. Yeah. Next. What is the standard deviation of a number recoveries among 48 patients when the probability of recovery is 0.75? N is equal to 48, P is equal to 0.75, and what is Q is equal to 0.25. So what is it? Standard deviation. Root of NPQ. 3. If x is a binomial variable with n equal to 20, what is the mean of x if it is known that x is symmetric? What is mean by x is symmetric, my dear? P is equal to 1 by 2. What is it? P is equal to 1 by 2. What question they ask you to find out? Mean. So what is NP is equal to 20 into 1 by 2. What is it, my dear? 10. If x is a binomial variate with parameter 15 and 1 by 3, what is the value of mode of the distribution? So it is non-integer. Therefore, what is your answer, my dear? 5. For a binomial variate, mean is 2, P of x, okay. I think there is something is missing. Okay. Now look at this. What is the number of trials of binomial distribution having mean is 3? Standard deviation, root of NPQ is equal to 1.5. So can you tell me what is NPQ is equal to? 2.25. They ask you to find out number of trials. N they ask you to find out. Now what is NP equal to? 3. Substitute here. 3Q is equal to 2.25. What is Q is equal to? 0.75. And what is P is equal to? 0.25. Am I right, my dear? Now, out of 100 families, each having 3 children, the number of families expected to have all children of same sex. That means what? All, both are boys or both are girls. I told you, now there is a possibility 1 by 2. When it comes to 1 by 2, I gave you one shortcut. Total how many families? 100 families, each having 3 children. The number of families expected to have all children of same sex. All boys, all girls. Tell me what will come, my dear? Total how many possibilities? Total how many possibilities? 8 possibilities. Am I tossing 3 coins kind of thing, my dear? Tossing 3 coins means 8 possibilities. All boys, all girls is 2 by 8. This is my probability value. 1 by 4. What is it, my dear? 1 by 4. 100 into 1 by 4. 100 or 1000? It should be 1000 families. 1000 into 1 by 4 is 250. The number of families expected. The meaning of expected is what? Mean. If the overall percentage of a success in an exam is 60, what is the probability that out of a group of 4 students, at least one has passed? Look at this, my dear. At least one has passed. Look at this. At least one. What is by at least one? X is more than or equal to 1. What is by at least one? Yesterday only I gave the formula. 1 minus probability of none. So, x value 0. Total, how many are there? If overall percentage of exam is 60, what is the probability out of group of 4 students? So, 1 minus 4C0, P power 0, Q power, Q is what? 0.4. Tell me what is the answer? B. B. Next. What is the probability of making 3 correct guesses in 5 true or false? I told you, true or false question means what should be done, my dear? Simply 2 power 5, 5C3. Is it 10 by 32? What is 10 by 32 is? Now, see, I would like to do sum number 30 type question because we may not have more time to solve each and every question. I told you already, right? But some important type of questions I wanted to solve. X is binomial variable such that P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of x is equal to 3. Mean of x known to be 10 by 3. What would be the probability that x assumes utmost value of 2? This is a lengthy sum. But I want to do it. Sir, what if the question, same question comes in exam, remember the answer, go and write. Similar type of question comes in the exam, avoid. Why? Time consuming. Is that correct? But I want to solve. Sometimes what happens directly, only some few parts may be asked. So let us understand. With this one question, entire binomial distribution can be understood. Okay. Now look at this. X is a binomial variable. What is given? 2 times P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of x is equal to 3. 2 times P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of x is equal to 3. And what is mean equal to? 10 by 3. So is NP is equal to 10 by 3, my dear? Keep. Now, 2 into, what is binomial distribution formula? NCX, P power x, Q power n minus x. So, n, I don't know. NC2, P power 2, Q power n minus 2 is equal to NC3, P power 3, Q power n minus 3. Am I loud and clear, my dear? Now, what is NC2 is? 2 into n into n minus 1 by 2 into 1. P square into, can I write it as Q power n divided by Q square according to indices rule. NC3 is n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 into 2 into 1 P power 3 Q power n divided by Q power 3. I can understand the feeling, sir. If it comes in the exam, what to do? I told you already what I said. Skip. It is time consuming. You should know when to say no. Am I right? If same problem comes, because it's a standard problem, after completing it, please remember the answer. Okay. But genuine answer. I want you to understand the concept. That is the reason I'm solving. Okay. Now look at this. What and all getting cancelled? You tell me, my dear. Q power n. Q power n get cancelled. N minus 1, n minus 1. 2 ones are, 2 ones are. Q square, Q cube. P extra P. Am I right, my dear? Say yes or no? Okay. Now, look at this. What is remaining? 2 is equal to, left hand side, everything got cancelled. 2 is equal to, what you are getting, my dear? P by 3Q. Am I right? N minus 2 also we have now. Correct? So what is Q? Okay. Let me cross multiply. If it goes to left hand side, it is going to be 6Q. Is it 6 into 1 minus P? Am I right, my dear? And open the brackets. NP minus 2P. Is that correct? Yes. Here also open the bracket. 6 minus 6P is equal to, what is NP? 10 by 3 minus 2P. So 6 minus 10 by 3 is equal to 6P minus 2P. 8 by 3 I am getting. 8 by 3 is equal to what? 4P. So P is equal to 8 by 12, which is equal to 2 by 3. What is Q is equal to? 1 by 3. Now the question they ask you to find out number of trials. So NP is equal to 10 by 3, which is given. P you know, N into 2 by 3 is equal to 10 by 3. Cut. N is equal to what? 5. Now do you really want to do this question in the exam? No. But similar type of question comes in Poisson distribution. You're not supposed to leave. That is very simple. Similar type of question comes in Poisson distribution. That is very simple. But binomial is complicated only. Am I right, my dear? Just I wanted to take this question because it's a very, like, it is time consuming. Okay, it is time consuming. And the other questions I want you to go through based on my theoretical part. which is given to you. So better you can solve all the questions. Okay. Now, see the questions, extra questions and all I'm keeping, and all the questions are very simple questions only I'm keeping. So you may not require my support also. And I want you to solve all the questions. Now let us start with Poisson distribution. Are you ready, my dear? Yes. What is Poisson distribution? Which one is not a condition of Poisson distribution? Okay. The probability of having success in a small time interval is constant. Wait, I'll show you whether the answers are there or not. Look at that. Ah, it is given, but it's continuously given. See, answers are given. Am I right, my dear? Yes. Fine. Which one is not a Poisson condition? The probability of having success in a small time interval is constant. No, that is not a Poisson distribution. The first line itself we come to know. Next, which one is uniparametric distribution? Poisson. For a Poisson distribution, what is the condition, my dear? Mean and variance are equal. Poisson distribution may be unimodal or bimodal. Next, Poisson distribution is always positively skewed. Am I right? Next, binomial distribution of a parameter m and p can be approximated, n and p, can be approximated by a Poisson distribution with parameters m equal to np. Sorry. What is it, my dear? N tends to infinity, p tends to 0, that np remains finite. For Poisson fitting, okay. For Poisson fitting observed frequency distribution, we equate Poisson parameter to the mean, of course. See, what is Poisson parameter? M. What is M? Nothing but mean. Number of misprints. See, for example, number of misprints in a book, is it going to be rare case event or generally it happens? It is rare case. For example, I'm solving these many questions. Not all the questions are having mistakes. For example, if I solve 100 questions, one mistake only is happening. It is normally it is allowed. So misprints, it is actually what? Poisson distribution. For a Poisson distribution, mean and variance are equal. I think same question only again and again it is coming. Am I right? Now, I think similar questions only coming again and again. Now, the Poisson distribution probability of success is very close to 0. If mean of a Poisson variable x is 1, that means m equal to 1. What is p of x is equal to at least 1? What is at least 1, my dear? 1 minus probability of x is equal to 0. M value is given 1 minus e power minus 1, 1 power 0 by 0 factorial. Sir, e power minus 1 value is not given, sir. Actually, in the exam, it has to be given. But I know you know how to find out, right? 2.71 divided by equal to. So, which is nothing but 1 minus 0.368. So, what I'm getting 0.632 approximately. Am I right, my dear? Next step. One shortcut I'll give you now. X is a Poisson variate. P of x is equal to 0 equal to P of x is equal to 1. Shortcut you remember, my dear. Are they consecutive? Directly you can write m value is 1. Directly m value is 1. Directly you write. Okay. The greater one. For example, P of x is equal to 2 is equal to P of x is equal to 3. What is m equal to? 3. So now P of x is equal to 3 is asking e power minus 1, 1 power 2 by 2 factorial. So what is it, my dear? 0.368 divided by 2. What is it? Okay, e they kept it as it is, na, sorry. So simply what is answer? Sorry. Oh, where it is? Oh, here I have to press. Okay, fine. Am I right, my dear? So which is equal to 1 by 2e. In a Poisson distribution, P of x is equal to 0 equal to P of x is equal to 2. Find E of x. Sir, can I write m equal to 2? No. Here they are not consecutive numbers. Then what to do? E power minus m. E of x, now what is maybe E of x? Expected value, which is nothing but m. M power 0 by 0 factorial is equal to Tell me, my dear. E power minus m power 2 by 2 factorial. Cut, cut. So can we say m square equal to 2? What is m equal to? Root 2. Now, if x is a Poisson variate, E of x is equal to 1. That means m equal to 1. P of x more than 1. The meaning of P of x more than 1 is what, my dear? 1 minus P of x is equal to, sorry, x is, what is opposite of more than 1? Less than or equal to 1. Opposite of more than 1 is less than or equal to 1. So what will come? What is less than or equal to 1, sir? It can be 0 or it can be 1, sir. 1 minus e power minus m power. M, you know, what is e power minus m values, you know, directly substitute. 1 power 0 by 0 factorial plus e power minus 1, 1 power 2 by 1 factorial. Am I right? Sorry, 1 power 1 by 1 factorial. Is that right? Now simplify. 1 minus 1 by e plus 1 by e. 1 minus 2 by e. 1 minus 2 e power minus 1. Okay. 21, 22 is all of same type only. Can you try these questions on your own now? Similar type of questions. Okay. Don't ignore these questions. See, this question was asked in the exam. P of x is equal to 1 equal to P of x is equal to 2. What is the value of x? What is the mean value of x? 2. Sir, consecutive number, sir. Greater number will be my mean. Direct answer. This question was asked in the exam. Yeah. Now, are you ready to answer normal distribution? Yeah. Fine. In a normal distribution, always remember, my dear, this all the MCQs are very important. The first and second quartile are equidistant from median. No. First and third quartile are equidistant from median. So what will come? C. Which of the following is not a characteristic of normal probability distribution? Mean of the normally distributed population lies at the center of its normal curve. Of course. Oh, sorry. Not like that. See what I'm doing. It is multimodal. No, it is actually what, unimodal. The mean, median, mode. Okay. The mean, median, mode are equal. It's a symmetric curve also. Oh, not a characteristic. Multimodal. I said characteristic. That's what first one also I marked right. It is not a characteristic. Okay. Shape of a normal distribution curves is what, my dear? Depends on its parameter. Does not depends on parameter. See, shape of normal distribution, compulsory what? It's a bell-shaped curve. The most important continuous probability distribution is known as normal. The wage of a worker, always normal. The number of methods fitting a normal curve, there are 3 methods. Remember the number. The mean of standard normal distribution is, see, standard normal distribution. So what is mean equal to? 0. The variance of a standard normal distribution is, don't mark sigma square. What has come? Standard normal. Standard normal means sigma is equal to 1. The total area of normal curve is what, my dear? 1. The normal curve is, the normal curve is symmetric. The mean and mode of the normal distribution, the mean and mode of a normal distribution may be equal. Always equal, Irka. Okay, sorry. Always equal. Because it's a symmetric, na? Mean equal to median equal to mode. For a normal distribution, the points of inflections are A or C. Are you sure? A. Standard condition is not there, na? Mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. For a standard normal distribution, the point of inflections are given by. This is very important. The mean deviation about median of a standard normal variate. What is mean deviation formula, my dear? 0.8 sigma. But standard normal variate, what is sigma is equal to? So answer is 0.8. Where people commit mistake, they put it as P of 0.8 sigma. which is wrong because it is standard normal variate. I hope now you understood why I just distinguished between normal variate and the standard normal variate. The normal distribution mu comma sigma square, that is normal distribution biparametric. Mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma covers how much area, my dear? 99.73%. That means 0.9973. Area of the normal curve minus infinity to zero point 0.5 between infinity to what is okay, 0. Okay, fine. 0 to infinity. There is some printing mistake. Both A and B. See, both the areas are going to be 0.5 only, na? The symbol, okay. Listen here, my dear. It's a very important part. I think you need to know about this. Please, in that theory note, you please mark this also. This complete area, how we write, phi of A. If it is 1, phi of 1. If it is 2, phi of 2. Meaning of phi of A is what? Area under the curve minus infinity to A. This is what the meaning. Please understand. So here, minus infinity to A. For example, if it is phi of 1 is given, what will come, my dear? Now, the interval mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma covers all but 0.27% of a area of normal distribution. Okay. Now, the cumulative distribution function of a random variable x is given by, okay, please remember this. For a normal distribution with mean 150, standard deviation 45, Q1 and Q3, can you please find out Q1 and Q3? What is Q1 is equal to? Mu minus 0.675 sigma. Q3 is equal to mu plus 0.675 sigma. My dear, can you please give me the answer? Please give me the answer. Hmm? Option D. B. B for ball. Okay. Have you got B, my dear? Yes. Now, the interval mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma. All but point. This is a very important question. Okay. Now, can you please give me the answer for 23? An approximate relation between quartile deviation and standard deviation. Can you please give me, if you remember that relation, QD is to MD is to SG, 10 is to 12 is to 15. 3 times QD is equal to 2 times SD. Am I right? Mark my word, next two questions. Very, very important. Very important. Is that correct? Very important. What is the coefficient of variation of x? Coefficient of variation formula is what you know? Sigma by x bar into 100. This is what coefficient of variation. This is from second chapter. Now, compare this with, it's a probability density function. Compare this with 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus half into x minus mu divided by sigma the whole square. Now, what is sigma in place of sigma? What do we have? What is sigma? 4. Mu 10. Substitute here. Sigma by mu into 100. 40%. Am I right, my dear? Next. What is the first quartile of x? First quartile formula is what, my dear? Q1 is equal to mu minus 0.675 sigma. Now, I think, sir, mu is equal to 10, sir. Am I right? Sigma only to be found out. But it is not of that form. I want root 2 pi, na? Now look at this. This root 72. Can you write it as 36 into 2 pi? Which is 6 root 2 pi. Am I right? So what is sigma is equal to? 6. Tell me the answer. C. I want 26 and 27 on your own, my dear. Please do it. 26 and 27. If the two quartiles of n, mu comma sigma square, see quartiles are given, q1 and q3 is given. What is the standard deviation? Sigma you need to find out. Sigma you need to find out. Can you please find out this? Okay. What is the answer? See, mu minus 0.675 sigma is equal to 14.6. Mu plus 0.675 sigma is equal to 25.4. Now, what is the standard deviation? Now, subtract. Mu get cancelled. 0.675 plus 0.675 is what? Minus 1.35 sigma is equal to 14.6 minus 25.4 minus 10.8. 0.125. Sorry, 10.8 divided by 1.35. 8. How many of you got 8, my dear? Very good. The mean standard deviation of a normal variable is 16. What is quartile deviation? Mean deviation of a standard, mean deviation of a normal variable is 16. Mean deviation of a normal variable is 16. What is quartile deviation? What is mean deviation is equal to 0.8 sigma is equal to 16. Sigma is equal to what? 20. But they ask you to find out quartile deviation. What is quartile deviation now? 0.675 sigma. Tell me, what did you get? 13.5. I want to solve these type of questions, all these type of questions, because these are very important questions. And scoring also. In a normal distribution, quartile deviation is 6, the standard deviation will be. Listen here. What is quartile deviation is equal to? 0.675 sigma. Quartile deviation is given. Substitute and get sigma. Standard deviation they are asking, na? That means sigma only to be found out. Direct answer. Ah, 9. Why you are shocked? 9. Okay. Now, if the quartile deviation of a normal curve is 4.05, so quartile deviation is equal to what? 4.05. That means 0.675 sigma 4.05. What is sigma is equal to? 6. Now mean deviation. What is mean deviation is equal to? 0.8 sigma. So 0.8 into 6. What is it? 4.8. But there is one more method also we have. What is it you know? You remember this. QD is to MD is equal to 10 is to 12. which is 5 is to 6. Am I right? So QD by MD is equal to 5 by 6. What is given? If you substitute QD, you will get MD. Same answer only you are going to get. But approximately closer to this answer you will get. Otherwise, you can follow this method. Can you solve 31, 30, 31 and 32 now? Do it fast. 30, 31 and 32. Got it? What is the answer for 31? If the first quartile and mean deviation about median of a normal distribution are 13.25 and 8 respectively, then the mode of the distribution is C. Which one? No, no. Which first 30th is C? Which one you got? First 30th. The quartile deviation of a normal distribution with mean 10 and standard deviation 4. So mu is equal to 10, sigma is equal to 4. Quartile deviation is, what is quartile deviation? 0.675 sigma. So 0.675 into 4, what you are getting? 2.70. If the first quartile and mean deviation about median of a normal distribution are 13.25 and 8, that means Q1 is equal to 13.25 and the mean deviation is equal to 8. Very simple question. Then the mode of the distribution. Mode means find mean. Fine. What is Q1? See, can you say mean deviation? 0.8 sigma equal to 8. So what is sigma equal to? 10. So mu Q1, what is it? Mu minus 0.675 sigma is equal to 13.25. Yes. Mu is equal to 20, I'm getting, my dear. Now, please mark it. If the area of the standard normal curve between 0 to 1 is 0.3413, phi of 1. Tell me what is phi of 1 is? It is area under the curve minus infinity to 1. This is what the rule you know. For example, 1 will be here. Am I right? Minus infinity to the entire area. Now this area we know 0.5. This area is given as 0.3413. Simply add both, my dear, 0.8413. If x and y are two independent normal variables with mean 10 and 12 and standard deviations 3 and 4, x plus y. Please mark this question. They ask it if normally distributed with the question is just simply add 10 plus 12 is 22. Next, standard deviation. Don't take it as 3 and 4, it is 3 square and 4 square. Only variance will be, parameters are sigma square only. Na? So 3 square plus 4 square is equal to what? 25. So square root of 25 is 5 because standard deviation they ask you to find out. So standard deviation is 5. What is the answer, my dear? C. Generally, people will mark it as A. That is wrong. C. Similarly, 35 you complete. So other things are word problems. Okay. See, at least these questions before you proceed. My dear, what, sir, only these type of questions if I solve, what I'm going to get, sir? What I'm going to get, sir? Whatever questions I've given it to you in the classroom work, okay. Only that question you solve and go. What I'm going to get? Minimum 5 to 6 marks compulsory. If 7, and from this topic, we are expecting how many questions? 7 questions. 5 to 6 you can easily get. Remember one thing, my dear. we are doing some unwanted questions. That is the reason we are losing confidence. So don't solve any unwanted questions. Because of that, you may lose the confidence. Is that correct? So no need to solve. Today, whatever I have covered now, only that part you do it. Okay. Only that part you do it. That is more than enough. Is that clear, my dear? Yes. So now let us wind up today's session. Tomorrow we are going to continue with a very important news topic, and I'm going to do time value of money. Today is what day? Wednesday. Wednesday is today, na? I think Friday, Saturday, both the days I'm going to do time value of money. Okay, 2 days we are going to do time value of money. Tomorrow, I think sequence and series practice problems. We already practiced in the classroom once, but here I'm going to bring some new problems and new techniques and all we'll be discussing. Okay, my dear. So that's all with today's session. Bye, everyone. Tomorrow we'll meet. Bye, 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 bye.